Hi, Vencore Weather meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday, December 5th. Some light rain shower activity is moving into the southeastern part of Pennsylvania. It's cold enough at the onset for some ice pellets to be mixed in. That threat for ice pellets will continue over the next few hours or so. Just an occasional rain shower throughout much of the afternoon before steadier or heavier rain moves into the I-95 corridor for late today, tonight, and especially on the day Saturday. We'll have some clearing skies on Sunday along with a stiff, chilly wind out of the northwest. And then attention will turn to the potential for a strong coastal storm to form in the Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. It looks like indeed most of the models are in that camp now with a strong coastal storm around Tuesday or so. The GFS model is still the most harmless in terms of the potential for a coastal storm, but I believe that too will start shifting over the next couple of days as the upper level energy associated with that potential storm moves over some land, and we'll get into that coastal storm threat over the next few minutes here. But first, let's focus in on the next 36 hours or so. We do have a pretty significant precipitation event evolving for the Mid-Atlantic region for tonight and on Saturday. Here's the current surface map. Strong high pressure anchoring a cold air mass in the northeastern part of the country. Meanwhile, moisture is starting to advance to the north and east from this part of the country. We'll see the radar in a moment. And again, it's cold enough right now for some ice pellets to be mixed in some of the suburban locations of Philadelphia. Perhaps even in D.C. area, there'll be an occasional rain shower over the next few hours, maybe some sleet mixing in there as well in suburban locations well to the north and west. The steadiest, heaviest rain associated with this system will fall tonight and especially on the day Saturday into early Saturday night. Well, here's the current radar loop. We can see some scattered shower activity here across central Pennsylvania, northern Virginia, northern Maryland, even a little bit of activity crossing across the Philadelphia metro region. And again, it's cold enough for some ice pellets to be mixed in, certainly across the suburbs of Philadelphia, but even well north and west of D.C. there can be some ice pellets mixing in over the next few hours. Up across the central Pennsylvania mountains, it can get downright icy over the next few hours or so. The steadiest, heaviest stuff is way out here now, showing up here across Kentucky and southwestern Indiana. That moves in at the end of the day, and we'll have some steadier, heavier rain tonight, and especially on the day Saturday will be just a downright rainy day. Doesn't mean it'll rain all day long, but there'll be occasional rain, some of it heavy at times, right into the early part of Saturday evening. Well, let's now focus in on the potential strong coastal storm threat for Tuesday time frame of next week. We've been talking about this possibility over the past several days. There's still some disagreement between the NOAA's GFS model and most of the other models. We'll compare the Canadian model from last night's 0Z run to last night's 0Z GFS model. This is the forecast map from the NOAA GFS model for Tuesday morning. It does now have surface low pressure off the Mid-Atlantic coastline. That's starting to move in the direction of some of the other models here, but still significantly different than the Canadian model. In fact, let's take a look now and compare the GFS forecast map for Tuesday morning versus the Canadian model, and here goes. Quite an impressive difference here. This Canadian model has a much stronger low tucked in along the coast. This will produce some kind of heavy rainfall along the coast, maybe even some coastal flooding with strong winds, some significant snowfall possible in the interior, higher elevation areas of the northeast U.S. The I-95 corridor will be probably in that battle zone between rain and or snow if this, in fact, solution comes true. And again, most of the other computer forecast models tend to favor the Canadian model forecast solution here as compared with the GFS. Now, why is this happening? Well, let's now take a look at the upper air pattern, the upper air forecast from both of these models, and we'll see there's a significant difference in how the GFS is handling an upper level jet stream come Tuesday morning. In fact, let's now jump ahead to the 250 millibar level for Tuesday morning. This is the forecast from last night's 0Z GFS model run. It does have some stronger winds here across the southeastern part of the U.S., but really not any kind of a focused area for an upper level jet streak. Meanwhile, take a look at the Canadian forecast map at the same time for 250 millibars, and here goes. It has a digging jet, more powerful, up 90 to 100 knots or so here. See this legend on the right here. Again, this is the forecast at the upper levels for Tuesday morning from the Canadian model as compared with the GFS model here, and this makes all the difference in the world when you have this kind of a digging jet here. You have much more of a surface low development, and indeed that's what's leading to the difference here. And I believe the GFS model will start trending in this direction over the next day or two. Let's now take a look at one other model. Well, I just thought I'd show one other model. This is actually from the United Kingdom, the UK Met model for Tuesday evening forecast. And it too has a strong coastal storm, certainly stronger than the GFS model. I would say this is more in line with the Canadian. Perhaps the Canadian model is a little bit too strong at this point, but right here we have a strong surface low. This is a Tuesday evening forecast map from the UK Met model. Lots of isobars showing up here as it is a strong coastal low. So we still have a continued threat for a strong coastal storm in the Tuesday-Wednesday time frame of next week. Odds favor rain, perhaps coastal flooding along the coast, snow in the inland higher elevation areas of, for example, the mountains of central Pennsylvania. The I-95 corridor likely somewhere in a battle zone between rain and snow. Still many, many days away, but the potential exists for a strong coastal storm next week. Meanwhile, in the meantime, some light rain shower activity today could be mixed with some ice pellets at the onset, especially in suburban locations along the I-95 corridor. Steadier, heavier rain tonight, and especially on the day Saturday. Stay tuned to VencoreWeather.com for any updates later on today. I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.